Hello to all of you. Welcome to our channel. This is the 10th episode of English with PMA, where we take news and learn English in use. Have you watched all our previous episodes? We have a whole collection and it is just here. Are you ready? So, let's give it a go. Four astronauts have returned to Earth from the International Space Station. During their half-of-a-year stay in orbit, the crew worked on hundreds of experiments to benefit humans in space and on Earth. Now you're welcome to have a look at the bit of the news bulletin that we have chosen for you with the subtitles.
Safely returned to planet Earth.
He seems very excited.
These astronauts spent almost 6 months in orbit at the International Space Station. They splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico in a rare nighttime landing.
And I don't know if you can hear the applause.
The journey home took only 6.5 hours.
Like we said, coming up in just a little over.
My hat's off to the SpaceX team for building such a great vehicle, and also the recovery operations tonight was phenomenal. First time they've done the crewed vehicle at night.
The mission was part of NASA's public-private partnership with Elon Musk's rocket company SpaceX. It's being viewed as one step closer to achieving commercial space travel in the near future. SpaceX will launch another mission for NASA later this year and is also planning its first all-civilian trip to orbit.
I wish you all happy reunions with your families and loved ones, and thanks again for flying SpaceX.
In our collection, there is one episode on Perseverance rover that has landed on Mars. You can watch it here. And now you will see the definition and examples of some words and phrases from today's news bulletin.
These astronauts spent almost 6 months in orbit at the International Space Station. They splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico in a rare nighttime landing.
When a space vehicle splashes down, it lands into the sea after being in space. The spacecraft will travel for a while, deploy its parachute, splash down into the ocean and be recovered.
My hat's off to the SpaceX team for building such a great vehicle, and also the recovery operations tonight was phenomenal. First time they've done the crewed vehicle at night.
If you say that you take your hat off to someone, you mean that you admire a person for an achievement. It has been a very busy and productive month, and for this, we take our hats off to you.
And also the recovery operations tonight was phenomenal. First time they've done the crewed vehicle at night.
If you crew a boat or crew for someone on their boat, you help to sail it. Some migrants have been left alone on boats by smugglers. They were forced to crew the boats themselves, despite having no knowledge how to operate the vessel or navigate at sea.
SpaceX will launch another mission for NASA later this year and is also planning its first all-civilian trip to orbit.
I wish you all happy reunions with your
All-civilian trip is a trip into space where all the passengers are civilians and there are no members of the armed forces or the police. It's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, a journey into outer space on the first all-civilian flight. Was it too simple for you this time? Let us know in the commentaries. And now there will be a set of questions to test what you have learned today, and there will be some time to think about the answers. We hope that you enjoyed this light and interesting episode today. keep learning the language and watching our videos. Subscribe to our channel. Stay positive, stay healthy, and stay tuned.